Yoshi in the Mario Galaxy movie is the biggest missed opportunity since my career as a painter got derailed years ago.
What do you think?
It's trash.
How dare you, Mario. Now, just to be clear, I like Yoshi in the Mario Galaxy movie. He's got a ton of cute moments, his voice is adorable, and he fit into the group seamlessly. A little too seamlessly.
So some dinosaur just shows up and he's now part of the group.
Because my problem is that he's just kind of there. He has no discernible wants or needs besides accompanying Mario and Luigi for whatever reason. He makes no real impact on the story outside of some very thinly plotted points. And it honestly doesn't make a whole lot of sense that Mario and Luigi would just randomly allow a newborn to join them on their entire dangerous adventure. He's literally just Now, I've already heard some people give a counter argument to this, being, it's just like the game. And yeah, that's my main problem. This movie was the perfect time to do more with him than just being Mario's faithful sidekick, which is a role that's already essentially fulfilled by Luigi. Especially when there's a golden opportunity to tie Yoshi directly into the movie's story and themes about family. So, just as I've already done with Princess Peach, I wanted to explore how we can improve Yoshi in the Mario Galaxy movie with just a handful of tweaks. Now, once again, I want to stress that I mean no disrespect to the creative team who already done most of the hard work. I'm just an idiot with a few ideas based on their creation. That being said, here's what I would have done. First, since we're trying to avoid changing too much, let's go ahead and keep the opening desert sequence exactly as it is up to the point that they actually find Yoshi. But this time, it would go something like this.
Aw, Mario, he looks lost. Hey, where's your parents, little guy? Look, Mario, his backpack has a New York tag on it. Poor guy was probably stuck there all this time. You know, Lou, I saw an island filled with Yoshis just like this when I was looking for you. Mario, we gotta get him home.
So right away, this establishes three new things. One, it gives Yoshi an actual purpose, a want, to find his family. Two, it gets the story moving a lot sooner. In the current version, the plot just kind of meanders around until the 20 or 30 minute mark when the Luma finally crash lands and Bowser Jr. attacks the castle. But now we have a clear goal just a few minutes into the movie: get Yoshi back home. And three, it gives Mario and Luigi a more clearly defined purpose, in that they now have to act as parental figures to Yoshi until they can get him back home. And this also gives Yoshi a much better reason for being part of the crew in the first place, because he needs to be in order to get back home. Now that we have this new basic framework in place, I'm going to show you how it can enhance other parts of the movie too, and really just bring the whole thing together. Just like how D-Brand's Joy-Lock controller holder can bring your Switch 2 Joy-Cons together in basically the coolest way ever. And yes, they are the sponsor of today's video. D-Brand's Joy-Con Lock is seriously one of the coolest Joy-Con holders or grips I've ever seen. It's super small, it's super effective, look at that, look how easy that is, and it's extremely ergonomic too, allowing you to choose the exact angle you want to play at. If you want a classic Dreamcast style, there you go. If you want something a little bit more comfortable right in the middle, or if you have big hands, bam, go all the way out, why not? And it just makes playing the games feel so much better using the Joy-Cons. Which is even more the case if you combine the lock with D-Brand's optional grips as well, which you already have if you have D-Brand's Kill Switch. And let me tell you, this is one potent combo. And did you see how easy that was to put together, by the way? And man, I have to tell you, if I'm playing with the Joy-Cons by themselves, it's absolutely going to be with D-Brand's Joy Lock. So if you want to pick one up for yourself, just click on the link in the description below. I seriously cannot get enough just messing around with this thing. Oh wait, we got a video to get back to! For example, Peach being introduced to Yoshi could be the catalyst for her thinking of finding her own missing family, which helps to better set up her feeling lost on her birthday. Even better, Yoshi can kickstart Bowser's arc too. Because if we add Yoshi to the scene at Bowser's castle, inside Peach's castle, the conversation could have gone something like this.
Who's that?
Oh, that's just Yoshi. We're trying to get him home.
I can only imagine how worried his parents are.
Wait, since when do you care about anything?
Well, you see, Mario, I'm kind of a bad father.
You mean you have a kid? How? Who would marry you? Why didn't you tell us?
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly proud of who I was then. Why do you think I have anger issues?
Oh, I just thought it was because you were ugly.
So not only does this act as a better segue into Junior's surprise attack immediately afterward, but it also addresses a small issue I had with how Mario and Luigi didn't even react when they learned that Bowser had a son, which you would think would be kind of a big deal. Furthermore, Bowser Jr.'s attack obviously derails Mario and Luigi's plan to get Yoshi back home, which justifies why Yoshi joins them for the entire adventure, instead of just randomly having been accepted as part of the crew. So, by giving Yoshi an actual want to find his missing family, it's able to act as the catalyst for Peach and Bowser's respective family dramas, which not only strengthens the theme of family and the search thereof, but it also lets the movie flow better by introducing concepts earlier and more naturally, and all without changing the main story at all. But I would still tweak a few other scenes throughout to better showcase Yoshi's growth throughout the story, from what could have been an inexperienced and scared youngster to becoming a more mature, confident member of the team. For example, I'd totally cut out Yoshi stealing Luigi's motorcycle faster than he evades taxes, in order to give Yoshi a more childlike role, at least to begin with. In fact, we could adjust it to be a cute moment instead, where Yoshi's afraid to hop on the motorcycle until Luigi encourages him, telling him he'll be okay. Which would also be a clever continuation of Luigi's arc from the first film, going from the one who's afraid of everything, to being the one to teach others not to be afraid. Then, this montage of the trio going around the Mushroom Kingdom helping others would have been a great place to showcase Yoshi slowly becoming more confident, similar to Mario's training montage from the first movie. And it would also imbue that sequence with more purpose rather than just being a fun collection of scenes. But the real turning point for Yoshi's growth from a childlike figure to becoming a fully fledged member of the team could have been in this otherwise wasted baby sequence on Dinosaur Planet. Instead of it being a total non sequitur, it could have been the critical moment of showcasing Yoshi's growth by literally inverting the relationship between him and Mario and Luigi, from being childlike to literally being the one caring for the others after they got turned into children themselves. See, this is exactly what I meant when I said in my previous video that the most frustrating thing about the Mario Galaxy movie is just how easily fixable it is, because my version practically writes itself. Heck, to further strengthen Yoshi's story, Mario could have been the one who's initially annoyed by Yoshi's presence instead of Toad.
Oh, Yoshi's here.
Which is an arc that goes nowhere, by the way, by actually paying it off in the end with Mario being impressed and won over by Yoshi. Especially after realizing that the only reason he survived as a baby is because of Yoshi taking care of him. That way, Mario gets an actual arc this time too, and it would actually mirror the arc that Mario's dad had in the first film, where he realizes he underestimated his son. But speaking of arcs, we still have to wrap Yoshi's up, and this is where I'm going to talk about the only truly new scene that I'd add to the film. Okay, so I'd actually keep most of the ending exactly as it is, with Peach and Rosalina reuniting and everyone returning to the Mushroom Kingdom, only to discover, yeah, the castle's gone. But this time, instead of it being fixed in a 30-second 16-bit cutscene, I'd instead have Peach insist that she and Rosalina can handle it by themselves, and that Mario and Luigi should focus on finally getting Yoshi back home. We then cut to Yoshi's Island, where we can see two older green Yoshis off in the distance. They lock eyes with our Yoshi before they all run toward each other, culminating in a giant Yoshi hug. Mario and Luigi gaze upon them from a distance, knowing that this may be the last that they see of their new friend. As the music swells, Mario says,
I'm gonna miss him.
They then turn away to begin their adventure back to the Mushroom Kingdom. But then they hear something behind them.
Hey Mario, look behind you! Hey, you wanna stay with us, little guy? I don't know, Luigi. Do you think we have room for a ravenous dinosaur? Alright, but only if it's okay with your parents.
Yeah, Yoshi didn't want to leave them behind after all they've been through. Fortunately, we can see Yoshi's parents nod approvingly in the distance, which lets Mario and Luigi know that even though Yoshi's now found his family, his true home is now in the Mushroom Kingdom with Mario and Luigi. And that's when the trio return to the Mushroom Kingdom, just in time for the final castle brick to be placed, but it's still missing one thing. And that's when Mario and Yoshi fly together to plant the final flag at the top of the castle. The end. Okay, now if you're a Paddington fan, you might have noticed I basically ripped off the ending to Paddington 3, where Paddington rediscovers his family and original home in Peru, before deciding that his true home is still with the Browns in London. And it was just so freaking heartwarming to see that choice being made. Now, I'm not saying that my version is perfect either. Remember, I'm not a screenwriter. But it would have worked so much better by not only giving Yoshi an actual arc, but tying it into the other familial relationships in the film. And I just think it made the entire thing feel a lot more cohesive. But hey, that's just my thoughts on the matter, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Oh, and make sure to click that subscribe button and ring the bell for even more videos on the Mario Galaxy movie, including the one where I explored how we can make Peach better in the Mario Galaxy movie too, which you can watch by clicking the button on the screen right now. With that, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye everyone!